Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm the Stretch Professor, and today we're doing another episode in our legendary Dark Elf campaign for Total War Warhammer 2, Mortal Empires. Alright, let's get back in here. Now, I did go back and look a little bit, and I was probably mistaken about shades. I think they are actually good. And we'll see. We'll probably get some. The reason why I've sort of changed, I don't know. Like, I'm still kind of on the fence because I get the discount for Dark Shards, so these are much, much cheaper. But I think that some shades, especially with people that aren't Malekith, I will probably get. Like for other lords. Because that's a lot of extra damage. I mean, that's like 50% more damage on their attacks. And they just have much higher melee attack and defense. So they actually can fight really well. Like, I would say they can stand toe-to-toe with like the Black Art Corsairs. Maybe not all the way, but like pretty close. I mean, the thing is they don't have as much armor is the deal. But the fact that they can get in there and mix it up, and they're faster, that's something that I overlooked too. They're 42 move speed versus a lot of this other infantry. Now, they're actually 40, but a lot of kind of these other ones, the Bleak Swords and things like that, they're down in the 33, 31 move speed. So the fact that they can move like that can potentially allow you to flank around and attack from behind. So we might use some of them. And these are actually, the Great Swords are really expensive at 300, but if you look at their stats, like they are like top tier damage. I mean, they have 14 bonus against infantry. That puts them at 5248 with heavy armor piercing component. So that's some serious like anti-infantry. Now, once again, they don't have a lot of armor, so that's the thing. But if you get behind with them, they can be very, very strong. So yeah, it is expensive, but you're not going to get any better like anti-infantry until you get up to Harganeth Executioners. And that's tier 5, so that's a long ways off. So yeah, they are a little bit better. They are still expensive, but they're potentially a little bit better than I had anticipated. So we'll take a peek at them, most likely. But anyways, let's get back down to business here. So we're still kind of banking on, we're hoping that we can defend this. Against all these shades, it's going to be tough. However, once again, they don't have a lot of armor, and I still think that these Cold One Knights can do a lot of work against them. So we do have a lot of armor. Remember, their attack, the shade attacks or their missiles are armor piercing, but their normal attacks are not. For normal shades, they're only 30. They're not heavily armor piercing, so these 80 armor Cold Ones and the 80 armor Blackguard of Nagaron, I'm hoping can do some serious work and take them out. That's what we're going for here. So I think we should be able to flank around and fight them. That's what I did before when I was practicing this and when I was doing the Steel Faith, is I actually just ran out of the gates at the beginning and just ran them down with Cold Ones. So we'll see if we can do that again. Okay, but first, let's go slaughter some Skaven. Alright, so I assume there's going to be something like a 20 stack sitting there. It's going to be 26, but we just got some extra firepower with our Fire Wizard. We got this Burning Head, which is really cool. I love that they changed that to a wind spell. It moves pretty slowly, so there's still a lot of space for counterplay if the AI runs back out of the way. So I don't think it's too oppressive. But it's a lot better. The problem... Can I even get onto that? I'm not even sure. I might just have to attack this guy. That's going to let them run. But I think I can get the town after that. Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of Skaven. But I think we can beat them. They don't have anything that scary there. It's just a lot of things. So I think we can take them. I mean, we didn't come over here not to take them. So let's do it. Hey, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Now, I know y'all can't see it when I don't think the overlay is set up correctly. I would need to set that up. But whenever you hear that little ding, that ding, then that means somebody subbed. I can't see it either when I'm in the game. But nevertheless, just in spirit, give them a shout out. It's getting near the end of the season for Season 7 League of Legends, and it's coming down to the wire, having to play a lot. We're getting close to Diamond again. If you don't know what that is, that's like the top 1% of players. I've been floating around that the whole time. But I haven't quite gotten it this season. I got it last season. I'm in the top like 3 to 5% right now. But getting that diamond is just very important in that community for street cred. So it's really nice for the channel if I can get it. I might do some multiplayer. I've been talking about it. I might start doing some multiplayer again for Total War. I haven't done it since last fall. There were a lot of exploits and a lot of cheesers near the top of the ladder. I got to like rank 275 or something in the world. Sitting around like a 70% win rate. But it was just very frustrating. There are a lot of cheesers and sleazers. So it's people running like all gyrocopter armies against greenskins, or like actually literally disconnecting from the game when they were losing so they didn't get a loss, because CA for some reason didn't have that. In like, 2016, like how is that not a thing? I don't know. But the game just was not very well optimized for competitive gaming, and also in terms of like competitive balance with how much people will exploit, because people, that's just what they do. They love to exploit and just do everything they possibly can. I try not to do that in single player. That's something that I think distinguishes my campaign from others, so I try to fight a nice, clean, good battle, not cheese people, not cheese the AI. But that's just something that a lot of people don't share with me, especially near the top of the ladder. Anyways, so the strategy here, we need to get over here and kill these greenskins before they get help. And these two reinforcing armies. So we're just going to try to run at them probably. That is one thing that the elves aren't really that fast. Just kind of a thing. Oh, Jesus. What the f... Dude, that damage. Holy crap. Alright, get over here. Where... And form up. Now they're gonna rally back. Where is she? Okay. I want to wait till I lock them in combat. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That was awesome. That burning hedge, just slaughtering them. Kind of slaughter my own people there, too, kind of looks like. That may not be that great. Okay, let's go ahead and flank around, see if we can hit them in the back. Okay, let's go ahead and get some chill wind in here. That's on a pretty low cooldown. It seems like that does pretty solid damage too. There we go. Yeah, their ballistas are pretty sweet. See if we can just gun this guy down. Trees are going to absorb a lot of that, but he's really the only person I can aim at right now. Little crossbow action. They're gonna get away, they're gonna get away. Okay, that's fine, whatever. Close victory, dude. We slaughtered him. Come on, bros. It does matter, like, the victory type, because that determines how much experience you're gonna get, so the fact that we're kind of getting trolled with close victory is important. Because it's gonna slow down our it's going to slow down our progression.
Look on me and cower.
And this is the trade-off. In a lot of fights, you have to either get ransom captives. God, Skaven just aren't worth anything. I guess we only captured 303. We killed a bunch of them. You have to take replenishment plus slaves, or you have to give up money. That only gives everybody 100 experience, which is not a lot for one turn. Versus like Wizardmen, this option gives you 100 experience for like 5 turns, which is way better. It's hard to turn down the money, and I do need to replenish. 300 slaves probably gives like 80 per turn, something like that, over several turns. It does give more public order. I guess we'll go with the slaves. Alright, we're gonna go for this stuff as we talked about before. It's pretty good. Now, Sheaf Master... It's reload time and ammo. I'm trying to think about... Because my missile units are pretty good. I forgot to see who killed what there. Who killed the most. I know, obviously, the... I didn't... Dang it, I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy thinking about the slave trade-off. But you can just see, like, who has the chevrons. It's probably who got the kills, right? So it's the Cold One Chariot and the Reaper Bolt Thrower. Have consistently been the people killing things. And the Blackguard. Because they get more experience the more stuff they kill. The Silver Shields are actually really nice. For deflecting missile fire. It basically blocks 55% of all missiles, so... These are actually pretty good at, like, walking up and soaking enemy missile fire. Obviously, Line Breaker is still going to be my primary thing, but... Cold One stuff. They not have anything for Shades? Dark Shard, Blackheart, Corsairs, Reaper Bolt Throwers. Dark Shards, Dread Spears. Oh, that's for Shades. Okay. It's only 12% damage and 8 melee defense and charge bonus. I mean, Dark Riders are something I might be interested in. Dark Shards, Blackheart, Corsairs. Now that gives Bolt Throwers, which are pretty good, and... Do Blackheart Corsairs... I mean, let me see them again. Is that these guys with hand bows? What's... Oh, they can fire while moving? They don't do piercing damage, though. They have really low range. They don't pierce. No. That's trash. What? I mean, I guess they can fire while moving, but who cares? I don't know. I just don't think that's worth. However, I mean, the Reaper Bolt Thrower, you can see these things put in some work. So having extra damage there might be worth. I don't know. We'll figure it out later, but for now, I know I definitely want to get... Line Breaker. That's my core here. These guys have to be strong and hold the line. Alright. Yeah, I think we're just going to honor this. We already slaughtered most of them. Oh, I forgot to see what level the town is. I'm going to encircle. Now, can I see what town this is? It's a level 2 town, so it's only going to give me level 1. But I don't want to have to repair. That's the thing, is we learned that. I don't want to tear up structures and have to repair them, because it's actually negative in terms of money. Damn, that hurt more than I thought it would. Wow, those killed almost 1,000. What? This Gold One Chariot killed almost 1,000. Like, legit. Oh, that's really, really good. That is really good. I think. No, that's not the super good one, but that's pretty good. I remember getting that in another campaign. Wand of Chet. Okay. There's one that's, like, repeatable, where you can use it, like, every minute or something that gives you a lot of extra magic. It's not that one, but it's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I think we just occupy. It's going to take more than 1,000 to repair the buildings that I tear up, most likely. That's really not that many slaves. Like, slaves are nice and everything. I mean, I guess I could loot and occupy, because I'm going to have a rebellion anyway, so who cares? I mean, I could try it out and just see. This would give me more replenishment. A little money. I mean, we could see how much it's going to cost to repair the buildings. I do get some slaves out of it. Since there's going to be a rebellion anyways, it's not going to matter. Let's try it out just to see what we get. Since there's already a rebellion. Because when there's already a rebellion, then the It just doesn't matter. If you go any more negative, say I'm getting plus 20 no matter what. Even though I've got all those modifiers, Malcontents leaving the rebellion is giving me extra 84 public order. So I did get slaves. So how much is it to repair this? 385. So it didn't crack it as much, you see. So this is only 700 to repair. And I could just demolish this if I want and just start a new building. So I could just get rid of that and then get a money building. And then I would get, what, 300, and I got paid like 500, so that's 800. So then I'd still be getting 400 gold, 300 slaves, replenishment, some other stuff. So that was actually worth in that instance. Okay, go with Line Breaker again. I think that's what I'm going to do, actually. Let's repair that. Demolish that, because we already have one of those. Even though if I kept this alive, it would let me recruit a couple more if I wanted to. I wanted to recruit like some dark shards or something. Because eventually we're going to want to come over here and siege this. Hag Grief. So we're going to run through here. We can't colonize this. Oh, hold on. What's the restriction here? Public order -1, construction cost 30%, casualty replenishments low, province settlement buildings, income from all buildings. Okay, so that kind of sucks. We could maybe just put a growth building there or something. I don't know, we can figure it out later, but yeah, that's not good. Now, are these things down here uninhabitable too? Or they're uninhabitable? It's like a desert or something over there. What is this province? Okay, that place just sucks, basically. So we want this one. We can just leave this place burned. It's not gonna matter. Uninhabitable can work for some factions like Skaven's, because Skaven has awesome public order, which is kind of ironic, but in a lot of places it's, or with a lot of factions, it's rough. Okay. Sacrifices to Cain. Demand highborn hostages. Okay, that will give me one of these things. So it's not going to matter right now because my public order is so awful. What's going to matter right now? Ambush, income, and growth. Okay, that's actually not bad. Lots of slave decline. Untainted. I mean, public order would be good eventually, but it's not good right now. Now, that's not every place is that much, right? It's just that one area. Okay, good. I had to say, okay. Let's see. That's actually really nice, that, faction-wide. Now, you do have a slave decline rate, but 5% extra loot. If you get, like, well, I guess that's not insane. If you get like 30 provinces, you know, you'd get like 150% extra income. I guess we just go with the growth. Eventually we'll do the public order, but the growth makes sense right now. Okay, we're still waiting on this. One of these places, I thought I was, okay, this one. Still waiting on the growth there. We don't need to perform that right yet. So the question is now, do I just go for a couple of extra of these? That would help me out in a siege for sure over here. What do they have garrison-wise? Virtually nothing. I mean, Maybe I don't need that much. You always want to use like the least amount you can possibly get, as I've said before, to get the most out of your army. I think 4 probably fine. We can just bust down the door and just kill him with our magic. We have some really powerful magic going on here. Okay, let's look at... Okay, texts are fine. Still working that. Let's see. Diplomacy. Really like to get a trade agreement. Really, I'm already considered a great power because I have 1 province. Come on, don't troll.
Lord of Fear, do go on. This will be most enlightening.
I would like to get Marathi
Cruel and deadly.
pretty soon, but obviously we got to deal with this first. Okay. It's going to be too late. By the time I get over there, they're already going to have it sieged, so you kind of have to choose early on. Do you want to siege them at their own place, or do you just want to hang out here and be, like, super defensive, maybe attack these guys? Or do you want to try to, like, go for this whole province and see if you can defend this with a lord and your garrison? That's the option I opted for here. And I stand by that. It's going to be a really hard fight, but I can't take them in their own town. I can't take a 20 stack plus their garrison this early. It's way, way too much power. Okay, so these guys are suiciding in here. Now, you might ask yourself, well, isn't that stupid? Why would they do that? Damn, all these options are so bad. I could just murder them and get experience. $35 slaves is a joke. 205 gold. I mean, 205 is something, but the casualty replenishment is kind of rough for 5 turns. Then I'll just kill him. Now, you might say, well, why on earth would they do that? The reason is, if there ever is a rebellion in one of these regions over here, then they will show up.
Grows, my lord. News of your conquest spreads far and wide. Your development.
They could show up as a rebel army and actually get back into the game. That's happened in other campaigns of mine where I've wiped out a faction, and then because of the public order crisis that I had in an area, then they were actually able to get back into the game and become relevant for a while, and especially in one of my Greenskins campaigns. I won't say which one. I've got 3 on the channel with different lords. Exterminator. Oh, we can do the Circuit of Iron quest at some point. He's very good anti-magic. I assume he's really annoying to deal with in multiplayer, especially if he gets this Destroyer, whichever one of these things. Supreme Spell Shield, that's it. Lowers the power reserve. If just by being close to somebody, you just like basically drain all of their magic. Post-battle stealing magic item plus 50%. Wow, that's pretty good. Oh, and I get discouraged, reducing leadership. That's pretty nice. This one, I need something that's like public order everywhere. Winds of Magic is good. Untainted. Oh, we get a lot of Power of Darkness. That's actually really nice. That's the thing that gives us a lot of magic. This thing. You injure one of your own units, and it costs a little bit of magic, but it gives you back a lot. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go Line Breaker, though. Clean that up. Okay, so we've got her. Flaming Sword costs 8. This costs 10. I still think I prefer this. Burning Head. And then, 22% weakness to fire, I think, is what I want. So whenever I cast this, everyone will be weak to fire, and then it does even more damage. Okay. Now, I could try to dash all the way home as fast as I could, but that's going to be really slow. going that way, so I think I'm just gonna run around this way. There are no Skaven there. Remember that. It's just an empty place that I can't colonize right now because it hurts your troops so much. Maybe I didn't need to run quite that far. Not sure where their territory starts and mine ends. Is it at the bridge? I can't tell. I think it's right here. Yeah, so I think I took one too many steps. Because I would like to replenish, but whatever.
Denied.
What do we got over here? Okay, Rakdos Gorge or whatever. Yeah, I think we just put some money in there. Either money or growth. Growth would be legit. But money is also obviously at a premium right now. We just do not have much money, so probably just gotta throw some cash on it. Just leave that alone, and then we'll store up our growth. How much is it to get to next tier? It's 2. Okay, so we'll hold on for 2 growth, and then we'll upgrade. Oh, it's so expensive, though. We'll upgrade after that, though. Alright. We might start going for some public order stuff here soon. How much are we making off of slaves? 127. Off almost 1,000? I mean, I guess it can go up 8 times. We get up to 800.
Foolish request.
Okay. I'll take one more look here.
Dreadlord, speak, kin, and I will gladly hear your request.
I don't even know why I'm trying to bargain with them. Like, the only way that you can usually get really good relations if you're a bad character, or even a good character sometimes.
Fear my man. Our court thrives on plot.
One, you can just hand them money over and over again, and that helps a little bit. But another one is if you have a common enemy, or if they just hate everybody and you kill them all, then they like that. So I've befriended, yeah, I'm not going to upgrade those anymore. I have befriended, like with Skaven, I had a really good pact with like some vampire counts in my Skaven campaign at one point. It's because I just murdered everybody and they're like, yeah, we like that. So that's really one of the only ways to get friendly relations, is if you just kill a bunch of people that the enemy hates, because you're always going to have great power stuff on Legendary. They just do not like you. I mean, I guess I could search this for treasure, but it just seems pretty inefficient. Now, if they don't fight me next turn, I think they will. I think they're going to troll. 500 battle captives. I feel like they're going to troll. Now, the question is, can I actually beat them open field? And I'm not sure about that. In fact, I don't think that I can. Now, I don't think I could beat them open field. 15 on 19. I mean, maybe. I do have 2 casters, but that chariot could put in some work against these guys, but these guys do a lot of damage. So I'm not even honestly sure if I want... Oh, I can actually dash over here. Okay. So I could dash over here and attack them. Now, I would be tired in battle if I did that. But I could dash over here and then attack them with my garrison and fight them open field. So I'd have 14, like 29 on 20, but this half of my army would be tired. This half wouldn't, though.
The defenses will hold.
Like, these would be very good against the shades. It's gonna be rough to deal with these guys, though. I don't have enough fast-moving units to get on them. Like, the chariot's gonna have to put in some serious work.
Favored of the Witch King.
We are ready for them.
I mean, I do have Cold One Knights, though, with the chariot, so we could run around and maybe get him. Is this better than trying to deal with the siege, though? What do these guys have? I don't know. I got some decent stuff. So leadership is pretty high.
Foolish request.
We do have some good like shields here with these guys. All right, let's try it. I think we can maybe do it. I mean, the other option would be I could just walk to here, and then next turn attack them normally. Do I want to do? The problem is, do I want to do 19 on 15 with a siege, like with siege towers, and just invalidate the shades by just flanking and killing them while everyone else is distracted? Like, I feel like the siege tactics, especially having the walls and everything, would actually almost be an easier fight than open field 20 on whatever. I'm gonna try it this way.
Spreading misery.
We're gonna fight it, obviously, so I could auto-resolve, but I'm not going to. It's gonna be a tough fight. Let's go ahead and do it.
Destruction lies beyond.
So if I was a cheeser, I would auto-resolve that. Because I could actually lose this. Like, legit, those shades are really strong early on. Like, 34 armor-piercing damage at level 2 is no joke on those missiles. Oh, cool. It's like a choke point battle, too. I mean, units are going to be split up, which is not amazing, but... I mean, it actually is okay for flanking purposes, but... Oh, I can't actually run through here, I don't think. No. Huh. Okay. See if we can get one more magic in here. Now, who is... Oh, that's not good. Well, where'd I put her? I guess let's just have her with this army right here. They have to spot you or the reinforcements don't come in. I figured that out before. God, these trees are obstructing my view. It's gonna be hard to micro this. Okay, let's see. Drop that down. Shit. Oh, it's gonna be so frustrating. Okay, let's hold them in place. Those bolt throwers.
Bolt throwers! The merciless host! Bolt throwers! My blade hungers! Die, weaklings!
Where the hell? Here we go. Alright, come on.
I will
Die, weaklings! Destroy!
Terror and death! Advancing! Carnage! Darkness comes!
Where?
I am destruction!
Going! Forward! We are ready. It is done.
Okay, wow, I'm like slaughtering these shades. Maybe they aren't as strong as I thought they were.
Lord of Nag.
What all do we have over here? Oh.
My power is yours!
Oh, didn't get a lot of them. Okay, wow, that was a lot more decisive than I thought. I mean, on paper, those things should have been a lot stronger than that, I feel like. But
Moving out!
Chosen of King. Attack me. I depart.
Sorceress! My pleasure!
Red spears! Carnage away!
actually, yeah, let's go run down these things.
Cold ones! Blood bouquet!
Maybe they just weren't as effective because a lot of them got caught in the forest when they were trying to fire on me or something. I don't really know what's up with that.
Come, Malekith!
I crave battle. Lord of Nagara.
The merciless host!
Also
I'm gonna kill them, make sure I get some magic items in here, or try to. Oh, they all got off the... I actually don't want her dead. I just want her really injured. So that way they don't get a new lord. Well, that's the legendary lord. I don't want them to have a new lord though, because then if they attack me, I guess my units are in pretty good shape. It comes down to, do I want the a better chance for getting a magical item, or do I want to make sure that I can beat them if they re-attack me next turn? If they attack me again next turn. Alright, let's just Benny Hill them. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, hold on. Where? Yeah, do not fire on my own people like that. Get them cold ones. Okay, now we're doing some damage. I think maybe, do I just greed and kill her? They'll hire another lord if I do that, but I would kind of want a better chance at a magical item. I think it's more likely to give me a decisive victory too if I kill her. I'm not 100% about that, but... I think I'll just kill her. So once again, the problem with that is they're going to get another lord off of that to replace her. Whereas if I left her in a very injured state, they wouldn't get another lord, and then she wouldn't replenish, and I could 100% beat her. But as it stands now, they're probably going to retreat back to their hometown at some point, and I need to get over there and kill them before they're able to replenish.
Untouchable, undefeatable.
Who got the kills? These cold ones. These cold ones are pretty good. Not gonna lie, those are pretty good units. I know they're great with the lizardmen, but that's because you have an absurdly low cost on them, or low upkeep. But they're still pretty good here too. We didn't get a lot. It was just Garrison got a lot of kills. Mostly these cold ones. The bolt throwers. These did okay. The dark shards. Wow, those killed 140 though. Those must have been ones that just got to sit there and just open fire. I didn't tie them up. So they have the potential for a lot of damage, but we got on them. They weren't nearly as good in hand-to-hand as I thought they would be. They have very low armor, and I don't think they have shields. Maybe they do. I don't think they have shields, though, which is a big deal. Okay, so what do we get? Ransom captives. I think, yeah, you just ransom.
The Druki are no slaves.
Weakness has no place here. My power grows.
The Witch King is victorious.
Master of cruelty.
Grab her. We could probably beat them at some point. So I think I'm just gonna get rid of her. I don't believe if you kick them that they get mad about it. She has 7 to 10 loyalty, so we might bring her back at some point. But for now, we just got to save that money. Actually, hold on. I forgot I can come out of here and kill her, or kill him this turn. Maybe.
Dreadlord, awaiting command.
Yeah, I should be able to clean them up. Yeah, we're just gonna auto it. So we didn't get my main army, but we do have the garrison, and the garrison's gonna slaughter them. I mean, these cold ones are gonna massacre them. We just saw it happen. They have half the units. Yeah, I don't think we need to fight this again. They don't have a lord this time. And all my stuff's in pretty good shape. Yeah. So we won't waste time doing that one again. We already saw it. Yeah. So we're gonna ransom captives quite a lot. The slaves are cool and everything, but
I do not need them. Power, dark and violent.
damn, we're getting a lot of cash off of this now.
Victory is mine.
Oh, wait, how did I get an item off of that?
Favored of the Witch King.
See, now she's got 8 loyalty. That's the thing, like, you just run around and fight so much on Legendary that the loyalties, I've never seen it as an issue in Skaven. I forgot Skaven even had that mechanic, to be honest. That's how rare it is to see it actually be relevant.
Dark Lord.
Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll get rid of her stuff. And thank you for your service. We'll bring you back at some point. Yeah, we'll go ahead and give her the boot. Malekith can go home, replenish a little bit. These guys might come in and siege me. They probably will, but we can sally forth and kill them if they have a problem next turn. So we want to kill them as soon as we can, and then move down here and kill these guys before they can get into their army. It's kind of the game plan here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of her. Oops. Now she's only charging me 363, but remember it's an extra 15% also. I do get plus 12 leadership too, because I just killed that army they wanted me to kill. So we're at plus 533. Now I suspect that hasn't fully readjusted yet. I think it'll readjust here in a little bit. But that army upkeep should have dropped. It actually doesn't say the army, like, penalty. Oh, there it is. 1280. So yeah, you just have to click on a couple of things and then it changes. So yeah, that was like 700 or 800 gold. So even though her personal upkeep was only like 300 something because of the penalty, it's actually a lot more than that. Okay, so we can move on home for a second and get a little replenishment. Can't recruit because we just dashed. Her, I think, this flaming sword, really good. Everybody gets that 25%. It also works on missile if you want to have 25% more missile damage. Now, I'm not sure if the missile does fire or magic missile damages also, if that's only for melee. I assume it's probably for a missile as well, which would be really sweet. Throw those on some shades. I think the enemy just had to be misusing the shades or something. I don't know what was up with that. But I feel like they should have been doing a lot more damage than they did. Okay, so what do we want to do here? I think this... Do I want to get some bleak swords? I think so. And those are straight up better than the spears, right? 2540. 3930. 28 weapon damage. 25 weapon damage. Okay, so that's 65 combat effectiveness. This is only 64. So these guys actually might... The Dread Spears might almost be better than the Bleak Swords. The reason is, I just need them to defend. I don't need a lot of damage out of my infantry. Not right now, anyways. Because I'm just going to attack them from behind. Most of the time. Or, like, I'm either going to gun them down with my missile units. Now, the Dark Shards with shields... Dark Shards with shields. That's intriguing. Because that does give me a lot better missile defense. So I actually might be interested in these. Gives me more melee defense too, which is not a huge deal. But getting that extra 55 missile block for only 12 more gold is a pretty big deal. And I do want to go up to this to get more... Maybe a couple more bolt throwers. Those are a pretty good bargain. So this is going to be really good for elf-on-elf combat because I'm going to have missile superiority. These can even potentially beat shades. I mean, that's a really big deal, being able to block 55% of the damage. Yeah, these don't have any shields at all. Okay, what else can we upgrade here or get? Slave pins will be more useful later. This is not worth upgrading, I'm pretty sure. 1200 for 75. We did the math on that before. It's like, it's not quite 20 turns, but so like, I don't know. Maybe it is 20 with the +3 to pay for itself. I feel like I'm going to get rid of this eventually, though, to get some other things. Like, I'm going to have to get the public order building. I'm going to have to get slave pens, and I might even want to do roads at some point. feel like there's other stuff that I want, and this is definitely not worth. I mean, extra 5% is okay, but you're only getting 50 extra gold. Like, if I had trade partners, that might be worth exploring, but since I don't, it's not. Okay, Altar of Ultimate Darkness, though. Not sure if we need that. I could get the Slaver thing. Now, if I go for Public Order, is it even worth doing that right now? Dang, I still have Provincial Instability? What? I thought once you got a Rebellion, that went away. I guess not. Maybe they reverted that change. Okay, so if I kill the Rebel Army, it's going to give me +8. I'm at -27. Okay, so I can go to, what, +4, and if I put a Public Order thing everywhere, I would get, you know, up to... Guys, 1,200 for that. But that does let me have slaves, and I could get up to, like, +16 Public Order. These things don't give any Public Order, right? That's frustrating. Okay, so I don't think this is going to matter. 10 extra gold per 100 slaves. How many? I have a lot of slaves. Be 100, basically 100 gold, and then 10% slave income. Be like 112 gold. I was trying to figure out if it's even worth getting the Public Order, or if there's just basically always going to be some trouble going on here. What is causing it? That's just the local populace. Ugh. So we need some Untainted somewhere for Public Order. I mean, I could do this right, just sacrifice some slaves. Give me 40 Public Order. I'm going to do that whenever I get a second. Now, I kind of want to start this Black Arc thing, too. I'm not sure how this even works. Okay, let's just go ahead and get a slave pen for now. Because we're going to want one of those eventually. So I can get that Black Heart going. I'm not sure if those count, like, how much, if that counts as an army or what, like. Anyways, okay, so that's all good. We don't need anything over here. I don't want to upgrade this place anytime soon. I need to upgrade my main place to tier 3. I could hire some shades if I wanted to. I mean, maybe it's better just to upgrade this. It does give me growth when I upgrade it, and that will let me get something else like a slave pen or a Public Order. Okay, whatever. Let's just upgrade that. Get everything at least a tier 2 here. Growth's fine. Don't need the sorceress. Okay, I think we're all good here. And that might be the end of this episode. We're gonna... what time? Are we over time? We're probably over time, aren't we? See, they do like that we're killing Hag Grief and Clan Septic, but there's no point in it on aggression with them. I'll probably just kill him at some point. Yeah, they're not gonna like us. And that's gonna probably piss off the other elves if I befriend them. Nah, if y'all want to come fight me, come at me. Actually, wait a little bit and then come at me. Let me deal with this stuff first. Okay. So they're gonna stop my replenishment. Nice.
We are besieged.
King, I suppose.
What do they have? Black Art Corsairs. Those are pretty serious. Those have a lot of armor, actually. Maybe I should be getting more of these. I don't get a discount though on those. Is the thing. They have a lot more armor than these Dread Spears. So yeah, they're gonna bust up my Dread Spears, but we'll beat them. I mean, we've got our garrison here. Even though we're a little injured, we'll take them out. How are we looking on time? I think we're pretty much over there, right? That'll be a good fight to start off the next episode with. Yeah, we're about at time. Okay, so we'll start off next episode. We'll get a good fight there against those guys. Okay, so that's it. Thank you very much. We got a nice fight. It was not as hard as I thought it was going to be against the Shades. Like I said, we could have kind of waited it out and let them, let them come at us in the siege. And I think we could have beat them in the siege also, just for similar reasons to what happened there. Is just get the dinosaurs after them, man. And they just run them down and massacre. Those things are so good. I mean, heavy cav against archers has historically always been a pretty losing battle for archers if the cavalry manages to get on them. So it's no different here. Okay, well, that's going to be it. Thank you very much. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.